Hey guys, Manav this side once again and welcome back to yet another video on this channel where we are going to cover a very super important topic that is a lot of time asked on my personal Facebook group, that is how to sell more in your agency. That is super duper important, man, and a lot of people have asked me about, hey Manav, actually I am like not scaling that much in my agency, or I'm stuck, I can move forward, right? Just make a video on how I can sell more, right? What do I need, right? And that is why I am creating this video on a high demand, right? So if you're ready, then let's start. So the first point here will be that a lot of people think they have the misconception that they need the best script in the world to actually sell to the prospect, right? So whenever they are like preparing for a call, they just start googling that the best SMMA script or the best agency script, and they get some templates and they start mugging it up to deliver it on the sales call, right? But that is not the approach you should have, right? Because you have to understand that sales is not what a lot of people perceives, right? Sales is completely different from what you might be thinking, right? A lot of people only see sales as the pitch they deliver on the sales call, but sales is much more than that. If you have like been able to see the process of any six-figure month agencies, like who are doing 100k, 200k, 300k, right? You will notice that they do not sell on the sales call, right? You might be thinking I'm crazy, but I'm not, right? So main point I'm trying to highlight over here is you actually don't sell on sales call, you actually sell before you even attend the sales call, and I can prove it, right? So whatever the process you have on the back end actually helps you to scale, right? Actually help you to sell, right? So you have to understand that if you want to sell more about your product, about your service, right, whatever it is, you have to have a back end process that actually like entice the sales process, right? It actually helps the sales process from the back end, right? So if I actually tell you that sales is an iceberg, so you actually see the one third, that is the tip of the iceberg, that is above the sea level, right? But the main process is like below the sea level, right? So here also, like in sales, the main process is on the back end, right? So you have to understand that you don't need the best script, but you actually need the best back-end process to sell more, right? So now let's come like the point number two, that is what process do you actually need in the backend, right? So it's simple. Number one is that you need lead generation. So if you have a lot of leads, right, you don't bother about like selling to every single call, right? Selling to every single prospect, right? If you have, say for example, 2 to 3 leads coming every single day, you don't try to sell each of them, right? And there you get that leverage, right? On a sales call, whenever you get the leverage, the sales is very much easy. But on the other hand, if you like give the leverage to the prospect, right, the sale becomes very much difficult, because whoever have the leverage actually dominates the sales call, right? So if you are giving the leverage to prospect, they will try to back out from the sales call, they will not try to like give you the deal, right? But if you have the leverage, it is very much easier for you to actually close, because it actually reflects on your attitude that I don't care if you come on board or not, I'm trying to genuinely help you, but it's completely your decision whether to work with me or not, right? This is your attitude when you have a lot of sales calls or a lot of sales meeting every single day or every single week. But if you have, like, say for example, 2 to 3 sales call in 1 month, or maybe maximum 5 sales call in 1 month, your attitude will be, I have to close this client, and then you actually reflect that attitude on your sales call, right? And that gives the client, the prospect, leverage, and they try to back out from the sales call. So it is absolutely necessary that you have a good lead generation process in the back end to give you at least 2 to 3 leads per day, so that you are not trying to close every single person and having that leverage. Now let's move on to the next point, that is qualify. Yes, you have to qualify your leads, because it is very much important to have quality leads instead of just having a lot of leads, right? Because I always prefer quality over quantity, right? Whenever you start focusing on quantity over quality, you get bad leads that will not convert, and it will take a lot of your time out of your business. And what do I mean by bad lead is not essentially they will not convert, but maybe there are some leads that may convert, but you should disqualify them, because if they convert, they are not in a position to pay you higher, right? So you have to look at the clients, their product market fit, what is the revenue they are having right now, do they have the capacity to sign you, right? It is very important to have a clear idea about if they are having the capacity to sign you, because if you are charging 2,000, 3,000, $4,000 a month, right, maybe they are not having that much capacity right now to sign you on board, right? So you have to disqualify them. So that is why you have to pre-qualify. That is your back-end process, right? Before even they come on sales call, you have to disqualify all those prospects who don't qualify. They don't have any budget to like onboard you as a like a media buyer or as an agency, right? Let's move on to the next point, that is pre-framing. You have to pre-frame the prospect before they actually join you on the call. And how you do this, right, this is super important. There are a bunch of ways to do that, right? But what I have seen in a lot of agencies process, and we actually follow ourselves as well, is to, whenever like they book the meeting on your Calendly or any calendar app that you are using, redirect them to your thank you page, where you have a lot of testimonials about what you are doing, how much results you are giving to your clients. At least 3, 4, 5, 6 testimonials you should have there about your best testimonials, right? So that will ensure then and give them a positive vibe about you, that yes, you are an expert, you have done this thing what you are promising, and you are not a newbie or a beginner guy, right? Again, next thing that you have to do is, as they have signed up, you have their email, start nurturing them before the call. So if they have booked a call in 2 or 3 days, right, start nurturing them through email marketing, right? Send them some values, send them some expectations that they should have on the call, right? And that will actually give them the idea about what you guys are going to discuss on the call. I have seen a lot of people going on the call, they don't have any idea about what to discuss on the call, right? So give them an idea about what you will be discussing, like whether you will be highlighting the business part, or whether you'll be highlighting the revenue part, or maybe the problems in the business, or how you like scale the process part, right? You have to give that, like set the expectations before they actually jump on the call, and that will actually ensure the success of the call. Because if they already know that you are going to discuss your process and how you can help them, so they will be coming on the call with a prepared mindset that yes, if they can prove me that yes, this process works, I'll be signing the deal with them. And that is like 80% of the work done, that you will be surely getting the client signed up if you can like make them believe that your process works, right? And that is what we call the pre-framing. So there can be a lot of different phrases like prepping and polarizing. So what is prepping? That is, I just told you, that email and the thank you page that actually warms them up that you have the result, you have the process, right? Then what you can do is the polarizing. So you can actually ask them that why do you think that this service that you are providing is going to help them, right? And by asking this question, you are actually making them to sell themselves. So say for example, if you are a Facebook ad agency and you ask like, why do you think Facebook ads will give you the leverage? And they will say something like, I think that Facebook ads have a lot of potential audience and we can tap into a bigger market. So a lot of point they will say, and whatever they're saying, they're actually making like themselves believe that yes, they need your service, right? And then comes the polarizing, that you have to convince them that if they are wanting Facebook ad, you and your agency is the best option to choose among the variety of options available, right? That is what we call the polarizing, right? And then simple, you have to close. And after you have followed the entire process I just told, the closing is very easy. You don't have to say like when you want to start, or maybe like how we can get started. You don't need to say that, right? You just tell that why you are the best, and then you ask a simple question. You have to ask all these things, right? What you have to do is, after you have followed the process, you have to simply tell what they are going to do or what you do after client signs up with you. So after you have told that yes, this is why you are the best agency out there, right? Then you start talking about what is the process they have to go through after they sign up, right? Say for example, after you join our agency, right, we actually come for an onboarding call where we actually tell you that what is the process that looks like, right? And then we actually give you a bunch of videos so that you can give us the access, right, whatever you need. And this is the process, right? You can just straight away start talking about the onboarding process. You don't need to care about whether they're going to sign up or not, because this confidence will actually help them to ensure that yes, you are the guy, you are very confident and you can do it, right? So they will be like, after you have told the whole process to them, they will be like, yeah, okay, let's start. And you send the like invoice on the call, and make sure to send the invoice on the call, not after the call, because it will again delay their decision. And if you are a true believer that your service can help them, right, do not make them think twice, because they might take some wrong decision after they get off the call, right? So make sure they pay at least a booking amount on the call, so that it actually hurts them to shift from the idea of hiring you as an agency, right? So yeah, that's it for this video, guys. This is not a long video, it was a quick real short video, and I hope that this point was very much clear to help you on how to sell actually, so that you can actually focus on the bottom of the iceberg, not focusing on the tip of the iceberg, that is the 1/3, right? Not focusing on the best script, not focusing on the best pitch deck. You can have like merely average PDF like scripts and pitch deck, but if your offer is good and you genuinely can prove them throughout these ways that yes, we have the process ready to help you, they're going to say yes, no problem on that, right? Just make sure you have the right lead flow coming in, quality over quantity again, and pre-frame them, set expectations and close the deal. So if you like this video, guys, like hit the like button and subscribe to this channel, because I upload this kind of client getting videos on every single week. And Manav this side signing off. Bye bye.